Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about stuff physical media collectors say. And we all do it, we all say it. And if you don't say it, watch the whole video and try to tell me you don't say half of this stuff. So the first thing we always say, and let's get into it right now, is we always seem to say, oh, that's alright, that's a cheap price, when we really want something. And it's like, it could be $600, and we'll still say, oh, that's not right. I mean, that'll probably go up in price. It'll probably cost $1,000 in a couple of months. We always justify what we're buying. Like, it could be the most expensive thing you've ever seen, and non-collector would say, hold on, you're going to pay that much for that? And we'll be like, oh, it's a good price. It's all right. We want to pay that much for it. It's good. That's all right. But that's the thing. It's like we get into this trend of like we start justifying to ourselves and justifying to everyone else that this is a good price for something that is clearly overpriced. And we do this, all physical media collectors do this, because we try to justify what we've just purchased, what we've just spent on certain things, and we all do it. So that's one thing that physical media collectors say. Another thing is, oh, I've only got a few movies, and we always have some insane amount, and people are like, oh, that's not a few, that's like a library full of them. But, we'll just say, oh, it's only a few. I've got some room over there to expand it. Like, it's only a few movies. It's not too many. That's another thing. Not too many. But we all do this stuff. We find ways to downplay our collection so it doesn't feel like we've got too many, so we can go and justify buying more. Another thing, and this is probably I'll save this one for last, actually. Actually, no, let's do it right now. We'll do it right now. So another thing that we all say is that there's never anything to watch. I have nothing to watch. I'm bored. Like, dude, Jamie, you've got a whole back catalogue of titles behind you that you can watch. Find something. Surely you're bound to be entertained by something in this collection. Watch The Abyss over there. Watch The New Transfer. But we'll always downplay that we've got nothing to watch, so we have to go out and buy more. And the mentality of all these things we say is go out and buy more. That's how we somehow justify it. But, the whole idea that we kind of all say the same things. And it is justifiable. We all try to justify it. We try to justify what we're doing. Like, obviously, there are certain aspects. Like, I bought Dawn of the Dead for, I believe, $300. And let me grab that box set. Let's grab it. I paid about $300 Australian for this box set. And to me, that was worth it. Like, I was like, that's a good price. Now, most people will say that's a week's rent or half a week's rent or whatever for most people. And that could buy so much food in the supermarkets. But you know what? This is a collector's edition. I like this edition. And while it's not for everyone, certainly I want this sort of case. And look at that artwork. That is beautiful. And we justify it. That's what I mean. We justify it to suit our costs. What else? What's on the other discs here? Let's have a look at the whole artwork. Oh, this is the soundtrack. Goblin, the Wolf Library, and yeah, the Wolf Library too. Just gonna line these up. We'll go through the whole thing. We'll look at Dawn of the Dead. Just because, why not? I got it open. Little booklet. What is this page slipping out? Oh, this is a slip out. This is like, okay. I see what they're doing there with that. Very nice. And then obviously you also got a little booklet as well, like the novel. Yeah. So this is what I mean. I wanted this and I justified the price of Dawn of the Dead on 4K. Is this the sounds? That's the cuts. I want to put the sounds behind it. Hey, if you're still watching this video, just give me a second. I'm just going to pack it away. I'm going to stop playing with it. Give me a second. But yeah, you get what I mean. Like, we justify stuff like this. And we all say, we find ways to tell ourselves that we're doing the right choice. We're making the right choice. We're doing the right thing. But at the end of the day, we're kind of just telling ourselves that to cheer ourselves up. Another thing is we never have enough. We keep telling ourselves we can always have more in our collection. I've mentioned it a couple of times so far, but we all tell ourselves we can always have more, we can always fit more, we can always find space, we can pack some stuff away and make space. Like Billy bookcases here. I don't know if I showed you last time, but I'm going to try to get out the Fast and the Furious this time. Like, I don't know if you can see that. Let me pull more of these out. There we go. You can see I've got a layer of old Blu-rays behind here. These are the ones I've replaced with 4K. Now, why do I put them behind there instead of selling them? Because I might watch the 4K transfer and I might not like the transfer. I mean, I definitely didn't like the Terminator 2 transfer. And what I mean by transfer is the new version of it. It's like a transfer is a new version. So yeah, I keep some of the original copies behind there, and it doesn't have to be, I don't have to, but I definitely feel comfortable keeping them there because I never know what I'm going to get, and yeah. Let's leave Dawn of the Dead there, actually. We'll leave it right there. Dawn of the Dead. Another thing is, we always seem to say we need to have it right now. Like, it could be the oldest movie on the planet. Let me just put this back away. I'll put Dawn of the Dead where it is because I don't want it to fall off the table and get damaged. But we could have the oldest movie on the planet, and we will still go on like maniacs to get it on day one. And they're going to keep shipping them. Like, I bought The Abyss. Let me get The Abyss. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it on 4K yet. But I bought The Abyss. I got it imported. And I know people are fighting over this title to try to get it. And this is something that's going to be released year after year after year after year after year. They're going to keep releasing this now. This is the new version. James Cameron has signed off on it. This is going to be around like Titanic. It's going to be readily available like Titanic almost. And Titanic's everywhere. On Blu-ray, DVD, everything. You can find millions of copies of that. That's what I mean. We all feel like we've got to have it day one. And for me, I'm going to review this one when I do watch it. As you've seen previously, I reviewed True Lies already. But I'm going to review this one as well. This is going to be a review in the pipeline at some point when I do watch it. I've also got Aliens, which I'm going to review at some point. But right now, The Abyss is next in line to get reviewed. And I will do a review of The Abyss at some point. You will see a review from me of The Abyss. Or not like a review, but like the transfer of how I feel about it being on 4K. Does it work? Does it not work? As you would have seen in my True Lies video, I had a controversial opinion on that movie, and if you haven't seen the True Lies 4K video, go and look it up on my channel, because I'm saying something different to every other YouTuber, and every other YouTuber in the space is saying that it, whatever. But I'm saying something completely different to everyone else, and I don't care if it's unpopular, because at the end of the day, it's my experience, and I can cater the experience however I want. But let's put The Abyss back over there. We'll put The Abyss... Actually, no, let's leave it on the table. We'll put it over there. We'll leave it right there. But these are certain things, like we have to have a day one. We need to have it on that first sale that it has. We have to get the 20% off at JB Hi-Fi or whatever. Or we need to get it day one if it's a steelbook. Now, with steelbooks, there actually is some thinking behind that, because steelbooks sell out really quick. And if you want the steelbook, you need to be quick on those things. But I really don't really collect steelbooks, because I feel like they take up space. I can't justify the extra cost, and it's only like $4 or $5 more, but it's like, for the same price, I'm getting the same movie on just a standard case, and yes, more collector value, whatever. But then you have to figure out how to fit them into a bookcase like this, and it just becomes some whole process, and I can't bother doing it. But at the end of the day, like, there is nothing wrong with collecting a bit later. What else do we say to what else do physical media collectors say? Oh, quality. What we say to all our streaming counterparts who ask us like, oh, well, you know, I stream, and the thing we always say to all our streaming counterparts is, oh, you know, like, I'm watching it in the highest quality, the highest bitrate. This has Dolby Vision, or it has this or that. And we all say this because we all still justify it. Yeah. Like something like Grease on 4K looks beautiful. Like Grease is hitting 100 megabits per second on my disc here on the shelf, wherever it is. Where's Grease? Grease Lightning. There it is. I can see Sandy. There we go. Olivia Newton-John. Let's put her on the table. Good old Olivia. But yeah, something like Grease hits 100 megabits per second. I think streaming only hits about 25 at best. So, you know, you're getting a lot more information, a lot more data second per second on here, frame by frame. So yeah, we all talk about how great Blu-ray is and how great 4K is. But there's nothing wrong with streaming. If you're a streamer and you want to just stream everything, hey, as long as you're not As long as you're not doing the Jolly Roger, watch it however you want. It's all supporting the original creators. Hey, I'm all for it. Do whatever you need to do. Like, watch it as you prefer. Cater the experience to your own tastes. But I'm going to end it there because I'm just ranting on at this point, and, you know, I know you guys love hearing me rant. I just continuously rant about stuff. Oh, I got the old disc from my original collection in there. There you go. Ooh, before I end, I'm gonna show you something. One thing that collectors in Australia do, and this is unique to Australia or maybe other parts of the world as well. So, this movie Tar. This movie came out on Australia Day a couple of years ago, but this movie had already been out on 4K because it was released months and months prior in America and other parts of the world. For some reason, Australia decided to wait on releasing this, and it didn't even get a 4K release in Australia. So I had this movie in hand before it even hit Australian cinemas. That's pretty cool. And, you know, Village Roadshow might say, but, you know, that messes up whatever. It's like, dude, if I could have got it on the, I don't want to say the Jolly Roger Bay or whatever, if I could have got it on there, because YouTube doesn't like me saying the other, why I say Jolly Roger is because I believe YouTube doesn't like me saying the other term. But yes, you could have got this on the Jolly Roger at first. You could have got it there on day one. But I decided to import it. I decided I wanted to A, support the original creators, and B, I just wanted a 4K Blu-ray because it looks better. But that's how I justified it. I had it in my hand days before it even released in Australia, the 4K copy. And one of my friends even said, how did you get that? Like, that's not even out in Australia yet. How the hell do you have Tar in your hand already, Tar, the 4K Blu-ray, when it's not even out in Australian cinemas? And I was like, import. America had it way before. They had it released in November, and we couldn't get it till, like, January. Like, it just didn't make... And look, it's nothing special. I mean, it's a decent Cate Blanchett movie. But, you know, the fact that Cate Blanchett in her own home country can't even get a release faster than a couple months behind America, of course I'm going to import it. And that's justifiable to me. But anyways, I feel like I should end on something else. Like, that's a kind of a boring sign-off. What's something we can sign off on, guys? I need to think of one more thing that we can say, and then I'll sign off on this, and I'll, okay, I've got something we can sign off on. Oh, 4K, and we're always shipping the new formats. So we're always like, 4K is so beautiful, it's such a high bitrate, such a high whatever, such a high this, such a high that. We're always shipping the new bit rates. We're always shipping the new Blu-rays. We're always shipping the new 4Ks, whatever the new formats are. We're always shipping them. And what I mean by shipping is like, we're always like pushing them on people. We're always like, 4K, it's so beautiful. You need the Abyss on 4K. You need to have this copy. This is the definitive way. Even though I haven't seen it yet and I can't make that determination. Haven't seen it, I will give you a review when I have seen it. But we kind of ship it and push it on people that the 4K or the newest version is the best. And I'll tell new collectors right now who watch me, because I know I have a lot of new collectors, people thinking about it. Definitely a lot of youngsters who are starting their collections, who will watch me and trying to look for advice. And I want you to hear me right now, because I'm going to come a bit closer to the camera. I'm going to talk right down the lens right there. There is nothing wrong with collecting DVD. There is nothing wrong with collecting Blu-ray. There is no reason to collect 4K Blu-ray. Other than if you want the collector status and want the higher bit rates and all this other stuff. There is nothing wrong with collecting an older format. There is nothing wrong with going back to VHS. At the end of the day, we are all experiencing movies. And if you want to cater the experience to suit what you want to experience, I say do it. I say make it as unique an experience as you can to make the movie watching experience more pleasant, to make it feel like you're having an experience rather than just watching a movie. I mean, there's a reason, like, when you go to IMAX, they have the opening IMAX thing, they say, watch a movie or be in one. Like, there's a reason why they've used that terminology, because when you go to IMAX, it fills your whole field of view. And it feels like you're a part of that movie. I watched The Dark Knight at the new IMAX in Sydney, and, like, it's beautiful. Like, you feel so immersed in that movie, and yes, it's not off 1570, because they got rid of the film projectors at the new IMAX, which kind of sucks. but it looks beautiful on the newer Sydney IMAX, the Dark Knight. And, you know, Heath shines on that screen. It just looks beautiful. That's what I mean. And it's about the experience. And there is no reason why an older format can't work for a new collector. If DVD is your preferred method to watch, then don't worry what I say. Don't worry what other YouTubers are telling you. You buy it because you want to buy it. And that is completely different. Not every physical media collector says that, because we all try to push the new ones on everyone. We try to push the brand new hotness, because if you don't adopt this, studios are going to discontinue it and not print it anymore. Dude, studios are going to do whatever they're going to do. Sorry to tell you, but they don't actually care that much about Blu-ray and DVD and the space of physical media at the moment to really follow the trends. Yeah, they'll follow like, oh, cool, we made a cool little profit on that, we should print a few more. They'll follow those trends, but they're not going to say, oh, well, the Abyss on 4K, like, whatever, this and that, and this and that, and this and that. It's like, no one is actually caring that much in terms of marketing. And you might say, oh, but how can they justify it if they're not following it? Their priorities are streaming. Sorry to tell you, but they're not really following what us physical media collectors are doing. And they'll see trends of people buying Blu-rays and DVDs. They'll see how much they're selling. They'll follow the market share. But they won't follow like, oh, physical media collectors are picking up the Abyss on 4K in great numbers, or they won't follow those, but they'll follow like, oh, cool, well, maybe we should put out the DVD release is still doing all right. The DVD is selling more than the Blu-ray. We should double down on DVD. And hey, if they discontinue the 4K, they discontinue the 4K. That's why we justify buying on day one. To go back to one of my original quotes, I'm going to end it there. I'm just ranting at this point. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Like, subscribe, drop a comment. I don't know. Watch some Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. These sign-offs are always random. Anyways, peace out. I don't want to drop the boom mic. I'm going to put it down very gently. Peace.